Detective Sarah Lawson sat at her tidy desk, her eyes fixed on the case file spread out before her. The muted hum of the precinct filled the air as she delved into the details of the unsolved murder that had shaken the city. 3 days had passed since the lifeless body of Victor Thornhill, a well-respected art collector, had been discovered in his luxurious penthouse. The crime scene was meticulously organized, almost eerily so. Thornhill's body lay sprawled on the floor, a single gunshot wound to the chest ending his life. As Sarah pored over the evidence, chilling realization took hold. Thornhill's murder seemed to be connected to a web of corruption within the art world. Each piece of art that had been disturbed or destroyed bore the signature style of a talented forger known only as the Phantom Brush. Digging deeper, Sarah uncovered a hidden network of art dealers, gallery owners, and connoisseurs involved in the illicit trade. The forgeries had been circulating through reputable galleries, traded for astronomical sums, while the genuine masterpieces were hidden away. The investigation led Sarah to a prominent gallery owner, Robert Fallon, who had extensive connections within the art world. Fallon's charming demeanor masked a sinister secret. As Sarah peeled back the layers of deception, she discovered that Fallon had been commissioning the forgeries from the Phantom Brush and then passing them off as authentic works. With a warrant in hand, Sarah and her team raided Fallon's gallery, unearthing a trove of forged paintings, meticulous copies of some of the world's most celebrated artworks. The weight of the deception struck her as she gazed at the masterful replicas, the strokes of the Phantom Brush capturing the essence of renowned artists with haunting precision. The gallery, once a haven for beauty and culture, now stood as a monument to betrayal and greed. As Sarah collected the final pieces of evidence, she couldn't help but feel a profound sense of justice served. The victims of this elaborate scheme would finally find closure, and the art world would be forced to confront its own demons. It was a victory, albeit a bittersweet one, as she knew the scars of this deception would take time to heal. With her mission accomplished, Detective Sarah Lawson closed the case file, her determined gaze lingering on the photographs of the stolen masterpieces. The journey had been arduous, fraught with danger and deceit, but she had emerged victorious. As she stood up from her desk, ready to face the world anew, she vowed to continue protecting the beauty and integrity of art, ensuring that no masterpiece would fall victim to the machinations of those who sought to exploit it. Months had passed since the arrest of Robert Fallon and the exposure of the Phantom Brush's forgery ring. The art world had been rocked to its core, its foundations cracked by the revelations of corruption. Institutions and collectors grappled with the aftermath, trying to rebuild trust and discern the real from the counterfeit. Detective Sarah Lawson, hailed as a hero by many, found herself in the spotlight. Her unwavering dedication and unwavering pursuit of justice had earned her accolades and recognition, but fame was never her intention. She remained humble, focused on her duty to protect and serve. However, amidst the praise, Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to the story. The Phantom Brush, the elusive forger, had vanished without a trace. Sarah knew that unmasking this enigmatic figure was crucial not only to her own satisfaction but also to ensure that no more innocent victims fell prey to the imposter's talents. Late one evening, as Sarah pored over the case files once again, a clue caught her attention. Hidden within the depths of the evidence was a name, whispered by informants, overlooked by investigators. It was an alias, a pseudonym for an individual who had vanished from the art scene years ago, the renowned artist Matthew Duval. Intrigued, Sarah delved into the past of Matthew Duval, trying to piece together his life and his motivations. She discovered that Duval had once been a respected artist, hailed for his unique style and innovative techniques. But as success and fame embraced him, so too did the pressures of the art world. Burdened by expectations and unable to create authentically, Matthew Duval had spiraled into a dark abyss of self-doubt and despair. He had disappeared from the public eye, seeking solace and rediscovery in the solitude of his studio. Driven by a hunch, Sarah tracked down Duval's secluded hideaway, an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of the city. As she cautiously stepped into the dimly lit space, she found herself surrounded by an array of captivating, breathtaking paintings. The brushstrokes were unmistakable, the Phantom Brush signature style. In the heart of the studio, Sarah discovered Matthew Duval himself, frail and weathered by time. The years of seclusion had taken their toll on him, but there was a glimmer of recognition in his eyes as he saw Sarah. With a mixture of fear and relief, Duval confessed his double life as the Phantom Brush. In the depths of his despair, he had sought redemption, creating the forgeries not for personal gain but as a means to expose the rampant corruption and greed within the art world. In an unexpected twist, Sarah found herself torn between the duty of bringing Duval to justice and empathizing with his motives. The lines between right and wrong blurred as she contemplated the true nature of art and the complex motivations that drive artists. In the end, Sarah made a choice that would forever shape her career and her understanding of justice. She recognized the value in exposing the truth, not only about the crimes committed but also about the flawed system that had bred them. She believed that Matthew Duval's actions were a catalyst for change, a wake-up call to an industry that had lost its way. Together, they crafted a plan to reveal the secrets of the art world and force its participants to confront their complicity. In a grand exhibition, they unveiled the Forgeries, accompanied by an immersive narrative that shed light on the tangled web of deceit and the fragility of authenticity. The event sent shockwaves through the art community. It sparked discussions, investigations, and reforms that aimed to restore trust and integrity. Matthew Duval's story became a cautionary tale, a symbol of the consequences of unchecked ambition.